So you and I had a pretty fun weekend
Oh,
last
shoot.
weekend at Virgin.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so Virgin actually set both of us up. Probably one of the best freebies we've ever had, where they
Yeah.
set us
Yeah.
up from Thursday night to Sunday night for their
Hmm.
grand opening weekend. Featured a concert. We had like $500+ in food for comp, bunch of
Yep.
events. It
Mhm.
was crazy. I thought this week I was gonna detox, but that's not happened so far. So, but what
Yeah,
were some of the
it was
highlights for
crazy.
you for the weekend?
Um, Definitely that dinner, Saturday night at one steakhouse.
Yeah,
That kind of just capped the entire weekend, I would say. I was able to meet up with you, Ayumi, and then meet Chris, aka Irregular Lens.
yep,
And yeah, I mean, just, having great food, great company, getting amazing content. That just kind of, yeah, summed it all for us, I would say.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. One
yeah,
steakhouse was exceptional. The
yep.
Morton brothers, who used to run NB Steak, basically just moved across the casino. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was a killer dinner for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried Nobu for the first time. That was
Okay.
nice. Little overpriced, to be honest. Food is pretty
Yeah.
good, but just way too overpriced. Um, yeah, I also tried Casa Calavera. It's a fun atmosphere. They got a bunch of TVs. Good place to like watch a game. You know, have some drinks. So that was fun. And
Yeah,
yeah, it was mostly the food for us. We're big foodies, so
for
just being
sure.
able to, try different restaurants, that was great. So
Yeah, it was awesome. And
yeah,
I think
yeah,
I mean, Virgin did a great job setting it up. It was primarily
for sure.
lifestylers from LA.
Right, right.
And I think basically they just invited, maybe for the foodies in Vegas, I think it was just 100K followers and up, seemed like.
I see. Yeah, yeah. Because
So,
yeah, I mean, besides us, I didn't see anyone else there,
yeah,
unfortunately. But
yeah, either they couldn't
yeah.
make it or guys like
Hmm.
Drew and those guys just declined. So,
Right, right.
yeah.
I
What
see.
do you think
Okay.
about that, though? Like,
Mhm.
for bigger accounts, say like a regular lens, I mean, should they
I'm
get paid
sorry.
for that?
Sorry, can you repeat that? My
Yeah.
Siri went off for some reason. I think it's because of the earpods. Sorry
Okay.
about that. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
do you think
Hmm.
influencers should be paid for stuff like that, even though it's 3 nights and all the shits for free? Like, what do you
Mm.
think?
Oh man. I don't know. I feel like I'm not the one to decide that.
Right.
I'm just thankful that they even reached out to me, for us to, have 3 nights and then yeah, all that food credit. So, I mean, it really depends on you, like whatever your deal is, or But for me, yeah, like I'm just thankful that they reached out, and to be able to, spend time with my family there, take a little, a little break from school, and
Yeah.
then yeah, just to spend time with, family, and then to meet up with you guys as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a tough question. It's a good
Yeah.
question, but
I
yeah.
kind of feel like, what was a
Hmm.
couple $100 for all this? Like, I'm not going to charge them,
Right. Exactly.
for
Yeah.
this kind of experience. And,
Yeah.
for your wife and my wife to kind of enjoy, like, the
Right.
reason why we're there is because of all the shit we've been
Mhm.
doing for a few years. So,
Exactly. It paid
yeah.
off for this moment, right?
Right,
So
right. So I kind of felt
yeah.
that way too. So,
Yeah, I mean, the entire package, I want to say, was probably worth over $1,000. The rooms
yeah,
included and the food credit. So that in itself, it's like, yeah, I'm thankful for that. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So it was an
yeah,
unbelievable weekend.
yep.
I thought my liver was going to fall out by the end, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
So you moved here in 16,
Mhm.
and then was the first invite you ever got was Halal Guys?
Yeah, that was the first official invite. I think it was around, I want to say like either December, end of December, or like early January. So I had moved out in August,
Uh
and
huh.
then until then, yeah, I was just, posting, random food here and there. And then finally, I think I was at like 500 followers at that time. like May messaged me on Instagram. She's like, "Oh, hey, I'm hosting this event at the Halal Guys. Like, would you like to come?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I made it!"
Right.
So yeah, so I was so like happy and excited. I was like,
Yeah,
man, like it finally paid off.
right.
So
And May, who
yeah.
AKA used to be Vegas Dining,
Mm-hmm.
worked for Bread and Butter PR. So she kind of, it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of her job to keep an eye on all the people coming up,
Right,
big
right.
posts, good work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
thanks. Yeah.
so that was the first one. And then basically
Uh-huh.
from there, you just kind of started hanging out with everybody, or what happened?
Yeah, so I want to say after that event, that's when like my motivation grew. It was like, man, like meeting those guys, like, you know, those guys were like the big timers. And
Yeah.
just to be in
Yeah.
their presence, I was like, wow, like I gotta keep this up, if I want to like be on their level. So I think that just motivated me to, consistently like post and, get, good content, like creative content. And also just to figure out like what my niche was, I guess. So at that time, I really liked close-up shots. I felt
Mhm.
like that was like, what I thought was cool, to show off. And, also to make it like super structured, detailed, like saturated. I felt like that's what popped like in people's eyes.
Yeah.
So, and then, you kind of have to fit the picture to like Instagram's dimension. So making sure like you left a little bit of space like up top and at the bottom. And,
Right.
those little details like you really had to perfect, in order to, get to where we are today. So,
For sure. And then when
yeah.
did you initially start moving into video? Like,
Into video.
yeah,
Yeah. So, video, I want to say it was last year, like during the pandemic.
same
So,
with me. Yeah.
yeah, so it was like an LA foodie that I was talking to. He was like, "Bro, you gotta try the carousel post." So what a carousel post is, it's the video first, and then the second frame is a picture. So I want to say after I started transitioning from just pictures to that, that's when my account really like took off, and that was like during the pandemic
Yeah. And you were
period.
ripping off the most insane numbers, like six figures. Like
Dude,
I couldn't
yeah,
even wrap my head around. I mean, they were worthy of those
right.
kinds of numbers, but it was kind of very rare to see.
It was crazy, man. Like I
Yeah.
couldn't even believe it. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
It's just like it's only crab. Like I don't know, but I mean, I couldn't complain at that moment. It was cool. But at the same time, like I think it set the bar really high. I was like, okay, like I gotta keep this up. Like how am I gonna continue to get like, six digits, on all my like pictures or, my posts going forward. So in that sense, it was kind of hard because obviously it wouldn't hit six digits like every time. So
Right.
um,
Right.
yeah,
So we can kind of get into that a little bit because I wanted to talk to you about that
yeah,
anyway. Is kind of
right,
like
right.
the bar.
Hmm.
Because a big topic these days, when I talk to other social media foodies and things like that,
Hmm.
is their mental health and social
Right.
media. And we both know people where, they don't reach a certain number of likes for that day and their whole fucking day is ruined. All they do is bitch about that.
Right, right.
So, for example, when you and I had 500 or 1,000 followers, 100 likes was like
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you hit 5K followers, it's not amazing.
Hmm.
So yeah, once you hit 300K likes on a post,
Hmm.
are you just like to me, it's like, well, why didn't I do that again? When can I ever do that again? Why did
Right,
this one hit
right.
5K? Why isn't this 10K?
No, exactly. So that's like exactly what happened after I got that I hit that number. And then after that, like there was a period, I want to say like late last year, like starting around October, my account just like died. Like I stopped growing. Like I was
Right.
like capped at like 80K and I just didn't understand. I was like, I thought my content was, pretty decent. I wasn't really changing anything. I was still doing the carousel posts. I was maybe trying to change up like the hashtags or like do the no hashtags or maybe only 10, but I was trying different things, but like my account would just not grow. And same with the pictures, like, they just wouldn't hit, because that's
Right.
the thing, when your account is growing, you have, certain expectations, you expect more likes, especially if you have more followers. So, and when you're not hitting those expectations, you kind of get down on yourself. You start to doubt yourself. And that was exactly like what I was going through. I was just like, I don't understand. And,
Right.
I was talking to Joyce about it. And Joyce is a therapist, by the way. So, it's, I can, talk to
The best
all
person
about
to be
this.
married to.
Exactly. Yeah, with her. But I think what helped was just taking a step back and, just taking a break, I think we all need breaks and, whatever it is that we do, it doesn't have to be like, days or weeks or months, especially like yourself when, this is your job, this
Yeah.
is what, brings in the income for you guys. So, but I think just taking a step back, maybe, doing something else that you enjoy, having some like real human connections, meeting face to face instead of just like online or whatever. Um, and then, yeah, I think that really like helps, to deal with it.
Right.
And yeah, just having that perspective. And I think what's good about Vegas though is, we're all very supportive. I know, we all comment on each other's like posts, we all like, no matter what, like how many followers we have or whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's hard to deal with. I totally understand, where people are coming from, but the main thing with me is like I try not to dwell on it. I'm like, you know what, this sucks, but it's like, what am I gonna do about it? Am I
Right.
gonna like sulk and just moan about it, or am I gonna, you know, just say it's okay, and then tomorrow's another day. I'll post again tomorrow, and hopefully that one will hit. So just having that perspective, I think, definitely helps.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
yeah,
And to be
mhm.
honest,
Yeah.
it's like the battle you versus you.
Hmm.
I don't think anyone else cares how many likes we had or will remember, 3
Yeah,
days from
yeah.
now that, we only got 1,500 likes or whatever.
Right.
So,
Only, right? Yeah.
right. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll talk to some of the bigger accounts. Oh yeah, I only got
Hmm.
2,500.
Hmm.
And what are you supposed to feel bad for them? Like, I don't know.
Right. Exactly, man.
Yeah.
I
And that's
mean,
like actually like 2,500 people physically
hmm,
clicked on your shit,
yeah. When you think
and
about it, that's a lot of damn people.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's more people than at the Christina Aguilera concert at Virgin, you know?
Oh
So,
man. Yeah, I actually didn't go, but
yeah.
yeah, I should have
Oh, it was
gone.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy to be at, just
Yeah.
so many people. But
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, just to be around that many people, like without masks, Yeah, because it's been a minute. Yeah.
then Gary Vee
Hmm.
was saying, like, you think
Hmm.
about loved ones that are sick or passed away, who
Yeah.
you don't give a shit about 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 likes, like whatever, or a stupid comment that somebody made,
Yeah.
like maybe that puts it into perspective. So,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I think, just having a family too, you know,
right. You can't
like,
dwell on
yeah,
that with a family.
right, right. I got, a lot, bigger problems, I guess, to deal with per se.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard, I understand the struggle, and especially when we're living in a society where people are judged, by the number of followers you have, It's like, and you're constantly like comparing yourself to other people,
That's true.
especially when you're just scrolling through, So I understand. But
Yeah.
I think just, yeah, stepping away and just not dwelling on it so much, I think, definitely helps. Yeah.